Welcome to A Week in Technology, TektopiaTV's.
Are we doing Week in Technology? That's what this is called?
Yep.
Let's see if I can do this.
Touch
First
my
time.
finger, friend.
Oh, wrong way. Dang it.
Touch my finger, friend. You fail so bad. Alright, well anyway, I think this is episode 15 now.
That's ridiculous.
Episode 15, dude. We have officially hit a normal season of a sitcom. How do you feel?
Not too bad. It's only taken us, what, a year?
It hasn't been a year.
Know.
We've only been doing it since like April.
Like 4 weeks or something?
Well, obviously it's been longer than 15 weeks.
It's been a while. I don't think it's been that many episodes, though.
Episode 13 was the last one, or was the one before last week's.
Huh.
And then I did, and then I unlocked or finally made public last week's video like Monday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was failing miserably. I didn't do any of the bit.ly links. I don't know. I failed horribly on the last few descriptions because I just got lazy.
Yeah, it's all right.
But it's all good. So anyway, this week, not much has really happened. I mean, the big ones that are... Well, there's 3 main tech things that I know are blowing up all over my Twitter feed and my Google Plus like technology circles and all that kind of crap that I'm in. And one is the whole Google Alphabet thing, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. The other one is... apparently Tinder or whatever it's called went on some kind of like Twitter rampage.
Oh, yeah,
and they like tweeted and just bashed the shit out of like tons of people and went like completely crazy on Twitter.
Okay.
And then everybody was making a big deal about it and really angry with them, and they came back and said within
OBS and the chat.
They went to what?
Switch OBS chat.
What do I have to switch? I switched it this way. Oh, God. So I had it this way when we started, and I was like, no, it needs to be closer to the inside of my monitor. But no, it's your monitor. But over there like that?
Yes.
Is that better? Okay. Jesus.
Straight.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Shouldn't have had spicy chicken for lunch today.
So anyway, Tinder was blowing up, and then they made some official statement or whatever that they're not going to apologize for their actions or whatever they did because they're going to stand by it. So whatever.
I haven't heard anything about that.
And then now, apparently, now that because of the whole Google Alphabet thing, BMW is complaining because they are not complaining, but they're gearing up for legal matters because I guess they have the trademark or the domain name for Alphabet.
I guess so. I mean, I didn't think it'd be a big deal because of 2 different industries. So, but I guess Google's like doing car stuff now.
Google's using the abc.xyz thing.
Yeah,
they're not using alphabet.com. So anyway, those are the 3 main things that I know that is like just going crazy on most of the...
Is it .xyz?
It's actually .xyz.
Like you type in abc.xyz.
abc.xyz. HTTPS, yeah.
But that's just the website. I mean...
No, there was another article that said that they were leaving the .com for that particular company anyway. So they were going to actually use XYZ as their... Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. So the first article, I guess we can jump... Well, first of all, any new tech things with you, friend?
Yeah. I mean, I built my rig.
There is. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, and it sucks. My overclocks have been bad. I got a crappy chip. I lost the overclocking lottery.
Crappy chip. Your chip is equal with mine. It's no different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Mine can only run at 4.2. Maybe 4.3. I haven't tried it.
What voltage?
I've tried 1.3. just wouldn't run. I kept getting errors. So
Are you sure it's not a RAM thing?
yeah, actually, I'm not sure what it is. It's really weird. Um,
Maybe
but
it's the
yeah, I keep
board?
getting like. I guess it could be.
Maybe it's not good at overclocking?
I mean, I'm just changing the multiplier. It's not like I'm taxing the board at all. So I mean, I thought maybe it's a PS or power supply issue or something like that. But I mean, everything's been.
Well, next time you come over, you should bring it.
We'll see.
We could test it in my rig and see if it's actually the chip before you go through your fix.
What fix?
I'm not gonna say what your fix is.
I'll have a fix. Fix is just using. So, anyways, it's only at 4.2 gigahertz, which is okay. Not the best. I mean, my Devil's Canyon. It was Devil's Canyon, right? I think. Yeah,
Yes.
it was running at 4.6, so I'm down a little bit of megahertz, but I picked up 2 cores and 4 threads, so it's not a huge loss. Like before, streaming 60 FPS, 1080. I mean, 60 FPS, 720p at medium CPU preset for OBS. It would max out the CPU at 100% without watching the preview of OBS or a stream, and the game would lag, like because it's using more than the CPU can handle. So, but now I can watch. Like I was watching the international when I was doing it because I was on last weekend. Watching the international, I had OBS with the preview up and just the preview of OBS. I wasn't actually streaming, but just running around in single player GTA 5. CPU was hitting 100%, but I had 0 slowdowns at all. Actually, the game felt a lot smoother. It was weird, like smoother than it's ever been. So, but then.
20K for the win, baby.
Yeah, it's a beast CPU, so I'm happy with that. And Counter-Strike, well. And then I got the your old card. I bought your old card since you're flashing up money, but I just wire transferred it. But yeah, I bought your old 970 for the win plus edition with the back plate.
Don't forget the plus, man. Don't forget the plus.
So but yeah, that even in like Counter-Strike, because I was thinking, Counter-Strike, it's kind of multi-threaded, but not a whole bunch, so the CPU would matter more, the speed of this CPU. But actually, I'm getting more stable frames with CS now. It's like,
really? It's not
it's more consistent. Yeah, I mean, because usually it varied quite a bit. Like it'd go from, 290. Uh-oh.
Oh, lost your video feed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, you look like you have downs.
I do. But anyways, maybe it'll come back. If not, I'll have to reset it. But what was I going to say? Oh, no, it'd go from like 290 FPS down to like 240 FPS in certain areas, but now it's pretty stable at like 280 to 275 or so. I mean, it's usually, every time I look at it, it seems to be at like 290, so. Overall, doing pretty good. Internet issues or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like 1 frame per minute.
Indeed. Let me try this. Nice.
Oh.
Right, here we go.
What are you gonna do?
That's zoomed in. It'll probably zoom out.
It'll fix itself.
It normally does. But so it seems to be fixed.
Yeah.
Ish.
It'll adjust itself in a minute.
Check my nose hairs. Everything's good.
Boom.
Okay. There we
Done.
go. So, but yeah, not too bad. The rig's running pretty well. Still haven't finished my sister's rig. I paid for my rig, but
what the hell have you been doing? I saw you were playing Counter-Strike last night.
Yeah, I had to get those drops. What was it? No,
Dude,
last night.
I've missed like 3 weeks worth of drops now.
Oh man, I gotta get those drops, man. Well, you already got the knights, so $300 for free. I'm still trying to save up for my first knife, man. I got that $10 drop. That's been pretty good.
I'll sell you mine.
Okay, I'll trade you my OPPA breast cancer awareness one.
Breast cancer.
I don't know, the pink one. What is it? Pink DD
Pink
pad?
DD, yeah, DD pad.
Yeah. So that's my drop. I'll trade you. I really want one of those gut knife Dopplers. I don't know why I really like. Well, I don't really like, but
I think you
I
like the
don't mind.
Doppler paint, and the gut knife is wider blade, so you can see more of it.
Yeah, but I don't like the like. I actually kind of like the gut knives now for some reason. I don't know, maybe just because they're affordable. But I want to get like a gut knife Force DD Pat or whatever it is, because it's like $40. So
That's
I
not bad.
figure if I get another good drop from
You just gotta make
the
that money
operation.
off of.
I've been trying to do that. Find some more cheap skins that I could flip on the Steam market, but nah, just the one Doom kitty that I got made like $3 off of.
Flipping skins.
How ridiculous! Hey man, you gotta
What have
work
we
up.
come to?
You gotta work up to that knife.
That's what I should do. I should sell my butterfly on what is it, OP skins or whatever, and buy my 980 Ti.
Yeah, you can do that. Definitely do that for sure.
I do want to sell it though. I just don't think I'm like, oh my god, it was so cool at the beginning, but now it's just
It is cool. I mean, but
it's a
yeah.
fucking knife. You don't do anything with it. I'd rather
It's
have a
cool to have though.
But I'd rather have a cool skin that I actually use. I never use my knife.
Well, I mean,
It's just like
technically you use the knife all the time, but yeah,
when you're just
I
running
like-
around with it, you don't actually
Yeah.
use it. I want like a stat track something so I can actually be like, hey, look at that, it's racking up my kills. And after
Get
like
a stat
couple-
check Doppler
yeah,
gut
right.
knife. Dude, they're $130. But yeah, that's like I don't know. That's like my knife I want right now is the stupid
Wait, whoa,
Doppler gut knife.
What'd you say?
What?
A stat track Doppler gut knife is only
Yeah, it's
$130.
Yeah, factory new, $130.
What?
Yeah, no one likes gut knives, but they look good in that. And you can get like try to find one that's a decent pattern. I don't know. I think they look cool.
Oops.
It'd be awesome to get like a ruby
I'll let
or
it
a sapphire,
stop anything.
all red or all blue one. But of course, that's like ridiculously expensive.
You fucking lied.
No, dude. I'm looking right now.
Factory new. Oh yeah, it is 130. Why is minimal wear more expensive?
Because it's rare. There's only one on the market versus 21. Same thing with the regular one. Look at the factory new versus the non-stat track. So I mean, yeah, it's
Oh my
just
god, look at
ridiculous.
that one. Stat track gut knife Doppler factory new. It's all blue.
It's not all blue, but
The one
yeah,
I'm
it's
looking
a-
at right now is like 99.9%.
Yeah, it's a lot blue, but it's not all blue. Not like that other one that was on page 11.
Where do
or
you
whatever.
see any part of that knife that's not blue?
The first one, the Elder Wand?
Yeah, the whole fucking thing is blue except for the handle.
Yeah, that's not bright blue. The sapphire is
Oh my
bright blue.
god. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, go look at the regular factory
They
new
all look
page
exactly
11.
the same.
No, go to page 11.
I don't have a page 11.
Yeah, you do. On the
I only
regular,
have 3.
not stat track.
Oh fuck that! I don't want that shit. I want.
Well, I'm
stat
just
track.
saying the difference of the
Actually, I
look.
don't want a stat track knife. I would never have anything on it.
Yeah, exactly. I think stat track's stupid on a knife. But anyways, okay, enough CS:GO talk, I guess. But yeah,
No.
so the
Never
game,
enough.
the only game I've tested it on really is GTA 5, and I have overclocked it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
For the Win Plus.
It's way better.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so I
looks
got-
really, really cool in games. Like I saw a guy with a bayonet. It's like
Fuck,
awesome.
it froze again.
Maybe it's my computer. My new computer doesn't like Skype, apparently.
Maybe Windows 10 doesn't like.
Yeah, it's
Skype.
because my yeah. All right, so updated the new rig, right?
Yeah.
After I installed Windows 10, and now my copy isn't active anymore. I even called Microsoft, right?
Oh, you
It
did?
was yeah. I called them. It was I think when did I do it? Must have been like Friday night or something, right? That I installed everything.
Mm-hmm.
No. But maybe I did call him Friday night because I remember it was like kind of the weekend. I didn't think I'd get anyone really, but there was some Indian call center that picked up. Guy's like, oh, blah blah blah. I started saying stuff. I was like, no, I don't have a key, because I upgraded. I don't have a key. He's like, oh, just input your key and you're good to go. I'm like, I don't have a key. I upgraded, and then I changed my motherboard or whatever. And he's like, oh, well, just wait 24 to 48 hours. Like after he said a couple things, then I kept explaining to him, no, I don't have a key. I upgraded, whatever. Plus it's not like 5 keys or whatever. So, but I just froze again. Dang it, man. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know why it's doing this.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Should we try closing Skype altogether and I'll call you back?
Yeah, we can do that.
Completely quit out of it.
All right, yeah, let me finish the story real quick before we do that. So,
good.
Anyways, I call him and he's like, "Oh, just wait 24 to 48 hours, and then call back or whatever if you're still having issues." So, of course, it's been more than that. It's been like, I guess, 4 days, something like that. Anyway, so it hasn't activated. Reading online, and people say I have to reinstall Windows 7 and then re-upgrade, and then it'll like lock in my hardware ID with my key, so it'll activate it or whatever. So, I gotta, unfortunately.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it really sucks. But so, all right, let me hang up and.
All right, you want me to quit out of it completely too?
If you want to, it's up to you.
In case it's on my end too. All right, yeah, I'll do that. All right, we're having some technical difficulties. Quit. So yeah, we're gonna try to get this crap back here in a minute. Let's see. Oh my god, that's so loud.
Boop, boop, boop.
It's hot, yo. Alright, we're back in business, I guess.
Alright, share the screen so I can see.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Alright, so if this doesn't work, maybe we just need some faster internet.
Shit.
You're sharing the wrong screen.
Yes, I know. Shut your fucking mouth. You like highlighted the wrong one. Which one am I trying? Okay, this one.
There we go. I'm like, have a weird head turn. Oh, there we go. Back,
right.
baby. Yeah.
Good. Alright, so we ready to get the actual show on the road?
Yeah, I mean, we might just need some faster internets or something for this, because apparently our internet sucks.
Yeah, we should probably get Broadcom and ST Microelectronics to give us some DOCSIS 3.0
What's that?
stuff. Well, let me tell you about it, friend. So dumb. Worst segue ever. All right.
That worked-ish.
Apparently, Broadcom and ST Microelectronics have launched products that allow gigabit speeds over fiber and over copper and cable networks as well.
Yeah, I mean, fiber's not a huge deal, but
yeah,
I mean,
fiber's already
copper
doing
and
that
cable.
shit.
Well,
yeah,
copper. Yeah, I mean,
but,
gigabit speeds. I thought, because remember we were talking about this a long time ago, and I thought it was like 300, because 300 seems to be about the max that most cable companies provide.
I told you it wasn't the cable; it was just this.
Well, it's the hardware, yeah, the new technology and stuff. So, but, I mean, that's what we were. You have to go watch that episode because you were saying, why don't they just do it now? And I was like, yeah, got to make the technology.
Okay, so it's codenamed Barcelona.
It's probably just operates at a. Well, I'm sure it does operate at a different frequency.
Oh yeah,
of course, of course, they overclock it, and get more stuff. That's why.
Overclocked our internets.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I hope it's water cooled.
Bestest ever. Technically, I was thinking of the cable that we reported on.
The Google cable going across.
Yeah. Yeah. That's water cooled, but
that's technically
ocean.
So anyway, the chipset utilizes DOCSIS 3.0 and enables. Huh? Oh, 3.1. Yeah, my bad. It enables higher speeds at larger scale for cheaper. So hopefully all of the ISPs will jump on board soon and give us cool stuff.
Yeah, because I remember when Lightning 60 came out, that's when Bright House Networks, they upgraded to DOCSIS 2.0. Because I remember I had the old crappy DOCSIS 1 point whatever modem, and I couldn't get my full 60 megabits. And then I finally upgraded my modem and got it. So, I forgot about based in the article. But yeah,
No problem.
so, but yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
not
it
sure
says
what
that
like
it's,
ours, if we're on 3 yet or not, but
I think we're on 3.0, but not 3.1.
maybe. Well,
Obviously.
honestly not. Yeah.
But yeah, it says it's capable of 10 gigabits per second down and 1 gigabit per second up.
Which is ridiculous.
Fiber is used for as far as possible through, you know, what do you call those damn things? Power poles or whatever, and also underground for most places. And then the rest is copper or coaxial cable take over to connect to the customer's home or business.
Yeah, because usually like at least Bright House do it. They have like central nodes in certain areas, and fiber runs to those areas, and then from there it's all, you know, using cable lines to the house. So it's relatively short distance, but most of the infrastructure, at least with Bright House networks, I'm pretty sure is all fiber. Nice. But just, you know, from the nodes to the end user, which I guess is a big part. But I mean, but
I guess
the infrastructure is fiber, so
yeah,
that's why we really don't have any like slowdowns or anything like that with a lot of people getting on. Like, because you people, well, of course, we didn't live in you know, high population.
Froze again.
Yeah. So
what is it doing?
I don't know. Must be my internet's. It's very very annoying.
Oh, it's back.
I'm back.
All right. So
maybe it might be my. I might have to update my.
Oh, it froze again.
Driver or something. Reinstall my Logitech stuff.
Some larger companies.
I haven't done it since I updated to my motherboard, so it might be some weird conflict going on there. Maybe that's why my overclock sucks. Because it's weird. I get not like the normal blue screens. I get like a IRQ.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Air. Like I got a couple of those sometimes, and it's just like the wording. At least with Windows 10, it's a lot different than the other ones. So, but anyways, there might be some weird conflict going on.
Yeah. But some larger companies are using it already. Comcast have already stated that they plan on testing DOCSIS 3.1 in the fourth quarter of 2015. The technology called GFast is also being worked on to allow operators to allow gigabit or at least several hundred megabits per second speeds over copper cables.
I think that's similar to what we have now, maybe. Probably. Like I said, most ISPs seem to offer about 300 megabits.
Yeah.
Seems to be about the max for the top end cable subscribers. So, or
for
cable.
Right now.
So,
but yeah, of course, you know, Europe and Japan and South Korea have already been testing these technologies for quite a while now, and America is slow as balls as always.
Yeah, I mean, more infrastructure, so it's more money to roll out network and stuff like that. Plus, I guess people think we don't need it or something. I don't know. The FCC doesn't require it, or blah blah blah. I don't know. Blame it on someone else. So, but I'm all for faster internets, because then maybe my video won't freeze.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
No,
I think it's something completely irrelevant.
Yeah, it's something on my computer, I'm sure. I'll probably just have to reinstall the
so try
driver thing. Well, I mean, that'll take like I don't know, 5
seconds.
No, it takes like 5 minutes. I gotta go.
You can still talk while you're doing it, though.
All right, fine. I'll go download it.
Might as well. I can go through this Google thing since you don't really give two shits about it. All right. So the next thing I'll talk about is Google has completely decided to, or is it
Logi.com now?
No, not yet. Google has decided to completely restructure, and Sundar Pichai will now become the new CEO, which he's pretty much been the head of, you know, Google or Google Chrome and like the internet side of things and Android.
Look, I threatened to download new drivers and it works.
For the past year, he's pretty much been already, you know, running the show. But Larry Page, this Google co-founder and CEO, is now going to make himself the CEO of Alphabet. So Alphabet will be the umbrella company, and Google will just be an instance underneath that. And then they're going to have many other things like X Labs and a couple other ventures of theirs. Like I didn't realize how big Google was into medical. I started reading about it last night, and they do a lot of crap, like scary stuff, dude. Like prolonging life and like messing with skin cells and tissue samples and shit. Like
that's pretty good. At least they're
Umbrella Corporation. Yeah, you get where I'm going with that.
Making the T-virus.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. So essentially, Google has now become Alphabet, and I guess who's the other guy? Sergey Brin will be the president of Alphabet. So I guess they wanted to start a new broader name, so that way they can do what they're calling moonshot projects. So just we're gonna do this random ass freaking thing over here, and if it fails, oh well, it fails. And I know they're notorious for doing that. Anyway, it seems to me like a good idea. Like I said, we already had this kind of conversation last night, so we're not going to get too heavy into it again. You have your doubts.
It's a good corporate idea.
Yeah,
I think.
Of course, it's a good corporate idea. That's what they have to look for. They're not worried about us. They're worried about protecting themselves.
Well, yeah, I mean it's good for that and good for their investors and stuff.
I think it might be good for a broader amount of consumers. It might suck a little bit more for like the Android and the mobile kind of. I want some tinky little gadgets to play around with kind of area. But I think it'll be more of the
crazy projects they do, where they just like lose out all kinds of money, spend a bunch of money on doing stuff. If you have one division that's just constantly doing that and losing money, and it's apparently bright in the shareholders' face, there might be some pressure to slim down or at least restrict some of those programs, which
you gotta remember there was a lot of negative backlash though about the self-driving car as well, and now everybody's sucking and gobbling down Google's dick to get them.
Well, I mean they're awesome.
But yet everybody was talking like you are right now about them when they first started it.
Oh
yeah. Everybody thought they were a stupid idea, and Google was, you're being really retarded trying to make a self-driving car that just drives around and doesn't get into any accidents. It's going to kill millions of people. And here, yet now, today,
those are just stupid.
Everybody and their grandmother is jumping on the bandwagon. So I think this is going to be a good thing. And we'll see what happens. But here's the Alphabet site, since I'm already sharing it. This is the letter the little blog that he put out, and they just
that's what I kind of thought. Like the Alphabet thing, how they do, like at least Android, they're doing all the letters, K, L, blah blah blah, Kit Kat. Was it what's L? Lemon Drop?
Lollipop.
Oh, I remember a Lemon Drop or whatever was like a proposed idea that people were talking about when I was
lemon drop. There was lemon meringue. There was all sorts of dumb shit.
But yeah, how they go alphabets, so they're kind of in that theme. That's why I was kind of thinking, well, they got G for Google. Are they going to do like, each company has like a different letter for part of the alphabet? That would be
badass.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense. And look at their friggin' thing. It says it has a block G, and it says G is for Google. So how? What if they make like a a cool E name?
There's X Labs and
Yeah. So what's a cool E name?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of something really fast.
I don't know.
But yeah, that could be like the name of the company for their self-driving cars. So it's not like a Google car. It's a blank whatever car. It's not going to be like
Extreme car.
Yeah, Extreme. So yeah, anyway, they just wanted to make a big company, a broader company, so that way they can do more things and have more things underneath it. So that way you're not like, oh, Google, oh yeah, that's that search site. Well, yeah, but they do all this other shit too. Well, I don't think so. The only thing I know them for is I search for stuff. So I think it's going to be a good thing. It's going to separate things out a little bit better.
I think separation is bad. Well, not bad necessarily, but I think it can cause some.
Well, it's just like divisions at where I work.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't just have everything being underneath. Oh,
it becomes more corporate and more political and more.
What the hell do you think you would do with a big company like this? If you had that many different projects you were working
essentially,
on, you gotta have divisions.
Essentially, you have to, but
yeah, you have to have divisions.
I just
you
think
can't do it without divisions.
there will be some negatives.
Of course, there's going to be some negatives. That's risk. That's business.
Yeah.
It's never going to be 100% positive. Nothing in life is 100% positive except for an electron or proton, whichever one it is. I can't remember. I'm not a scientist.
Oh, jeez.
It's proton, isn't it?
Yes.
Electron is negative, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, I know. Don't facepalm me, you little bastard. I'll disconnect you right now.
Well, you notice how I downloaded the new drivers for the webcam, and it hasn't messed up once.
Have you installed
See?
a new driver yet?
Nope. Just had to download it and scare it into
Maybe. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. You ready for this? I think you had a clog in your network pipe, and when you went to go download something, it had to connect and had to do something, and it unclogged it, and now it's working fine.
True. That's
Right.
sounds 100% accurate.
You just use some freaking liquid Drano on your freaking network. All right, so
This is your weekly tech show right here.
weekly tech show, baby.
But
then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I hate the alphabet name too. It's just kind of boring. I mean, Google is different, cool. Well, I don't know about cool, but it's just something different. Alphabet's just kind of boring. Yeah, I expected something more interesting, but I mean, if they do like the alphabet thing with all the separate companies and stuff, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's something Google would do.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But you ever watch that the Intern? I think it was, or
Yeah.
Internship, or whatever the Google movie.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Would be
Makes you
cool. Like I know I was watching that movie or whatever, and I'm like, man, I want to go learn how to code, and then I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, F that shit. That junk is way too hard for me, man. My head would split open within minutes.
Yeah, no, that's how I thought. Oh, maybe
I don't have the
do
brain
some
for
coding.
that shit, man.
Like, I really don't want to do coding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Not sure.
It would be really cool. Like whenever I watch, like, okay,
it'd be cool to create something.
I'm gonna sound really retarded.
But the thing is, you don't create anything when you're doing coding. You're just like
coding. You're like typing shit.
I mean, it's not like you're creating an app and you start doing cool stuff. I mean, when you get a job doing it, when you get a job doing it, it's just like
you got to create your own company like Google, and then you're doing the cool stuff.
Exactly. You want the glamorous part. You just don't want the crap work.
Well, that's why people just do make apps now. That's what you want to do. Make apps for phones that people would use or whatever, and go in there, and every single time you get like the new Android, operating system or iOS before everybody else does, so you can go tinker with
stuff like that. Get all that free stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. That would be fun, man.
Yeah, it would be
pretty fun. But yeah, I don't know. I just I mean, okay, I'm gonna sound pretty retarded here because I'm gonna point out certain movie scenes that are not necessarily how it really is, but it would be cool if it was. But like thinking about like The Matrix, like how he was doing all the coding and hacking or whatever, doing that stuff, and then Live Free and Die Hard or whatever. It had that one kid from Dodgeball in it or whatever, and he was doing kind of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Jason Long. No, is it Jason Long? I think it's Jason Long. Something Long.
Yeah.
And then the weird psycho robot guy that does a robot voice on Grandma's Boy. Oh. He's like a super programmer, sitting in his little chair doing all the coding. It's just like when I look at that,
it's like Hackers from 1992, yo.
Yeah, it's like I look at these scenes and I'm like, man, that'd be so badass to actually be in that situation, but it actually isn't like that at all.
So you gotta be making video games like Grandma's Boy.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That would be.
They did video games, right? Yeah,
yeah, they did video games. Video games.
Was it video games?
Yeah. He was a video game tester.
I know he was doing... Oh, he was a tester.
He was a tester for video games, but he was making his own game. Demonic, yo. I just watched it like 4 days ago.
I love that movie. That's one of the best.
I know. I watch that movie whenever I'm like, if I stay home sick, I usually end up watching that movie.
Dude.
So, anyway.
Super Troopers.
Yeah. I found out with the other video or the other Blu-ray I have of yours. It's Super Troopers, Terminator. Fuck, now I forgot.
Is it the beginning or one of the first ones, or no, I didn't buy the latest one.
It was the very first one, the one that was remastered, the original. It was Terminator, Super Troopers, and oh my god, it was right there.
I don't even know, so it doesn't matter too much.
Shit, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, all right. So the next one, did you read this one at all?
A little bit.
It's pretty retarded, isn't it?
Eh,
I think it's pretty dumb.
I mean,
Whenever I was in
not
high
really.
school, I played Unreal Tournament. I played a lot of the original Counter-Strike or Half-Life Deathmatch or whatever.
Yeah.
But a class to
yeah.
replace PE in gym.
To replace PE, not really, but
Maybe I'd look at it as like an after-school
I better
activity.
download it again.
Yeah, like instead of taking like band, or instead of taking like tennis or football,
Like a sport or something. Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that.
So
but
you
class.
you go to the technology classroom or whatever after school, and you play for like 2 hours and learn tactics and
yeah, you have a school team or whatever.
Right.
That's no big deal.
that would be badass because
Especially
school
with,
teams can compete. That'd be awesome.
With
I'm
like
cool
the
with
Dota,
that.
man. Dude, I can't believe that one kid. It's so ridiculous, dude. He's 16 and he won $1 million playing a video game.
Ooh.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know.
He won $1 million all for himself.
Yeah. Well, the team won $6.6 million, and there's 5 players. So, yeah. And one of the kids is like 16.
Well, of course, he's probably only going to get about 700,000 of that, maybe 600.
I don't know. Well, it depends. A lot of the contracts, like with the
How does that
the
work though? Like
courts
if
and
you're
stuff.
in China and you win money from America, how does that work? Who do you pay the taxes on? Do you pay the taxes, American taxes, or do you pay your own country's
Well,
taxes?
Your own country's taxes, because you're not.
But
Gonna
you won
pay.
the money from us. It's our money.
I don't know. It's only like I don't know if they have income tax over there, but you only pay.
Of course, it
tax.
is all a compendium
So
or whatever it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So technically, it's probably a bunch of Chinese money in there as well,
Well, yeah.
because they're buying it. So that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of different currencies. So that's really weird. I wonder.
But, I mean,
I
it's
guess
all
they would.
U.S. dollars, because Valve is U.S. dollars.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it's really, it's just weird that you would pay. Yeah, I guess you would pay the taxes on your own country. Like, as if you like went over to France and you did some gambling or whatever over in France, which I don't even know if it's legal to do, but you went over there and you did some gambling in France and you won like 300 G's. Would you pay the taxes from there or here?
No, from here.
Okay.
Like,
I'm just curious because
well, you're supposed to report that income, but I mean, if you don't, I don't know if there's anything that they could do to you. It's not like the
I'm pretty
French
sure
people
they
report to the
report it, don't they?
IRS. Well, I mean, the French have
doesn't the
no
gam-
obligation to report to the IRS. I mean, when you come into the state, or well, I guess they don't give you cash. They'll probably just wire it to your bank. But I don't know. I don't know how that works. But the bank will most likely flag it. I mean, you get deposited $100 million or $100,000 or whatever into your bank account.
fucking Skype.
Yeah.
Install
I
that
know,
goddamn driver.
We're almost done. It's okay.
All right.
But so
So,
I mean,
anyway.
I agree. It would be like an after school thing.
We didn't even tell them what it is.
School. Oh, yeah.
3 high schools in Sweden are now offering esport classes. So the esport subjects will be offered in place of other athletic courses. Many hate it, mostly parents, I'm sure, for good reasons. And the schools aim to kill the myth that it's a bad idea, and they also want to show respect to this group of pupils. And they apparently, I guess they talked about how Aftonbladet or whatever, the biggest evening paper of the country, Telia, the largest internet provider, and TV6, one of the major TV companies, have also been stepping in lately to cover and support the growing industry. So like during DreamHack and stuff like that, like the major,
they show it on like regular TV.
It'd be like ABC or NBC or something for us showing like the Super Bowl. It would be like a big channel like that playing The DreamHack. Fucking
What was it last
pretty
year? I think it
wild,
was
dude.
last year. I mean, it was
on
online.
ESPN or whatever.
Yeah, it was on ESPN online. The Invitational.
Online. It wasn't like on cable.
Yeah, but I thought it would be a step towards that, but I didn't hear anything this year. I guess there wasn't enough viewership or something, or probably.
Well, no, because everybody was watching it, didn't want to watch it through the site. They'd rather watch it through Twitch.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it on the
I'd
TV.
rather. I mean, yeah. If I could watch it through the actual cable box that way, then I
But the thing is probably ESPN wanted a lot of money, and Valve's like, no.
Right. Because I can guarantee you there would be a lot less freezing and buffering and hiccuping if it was just playing through the regular cable rather than the internet, like Twitch.
Yeah, I guess I did have some buffering and occasional drops and stuff like that. So, but I mean,
just be more steady is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. But I think like in the East or whatever, like China, Korea, and stuff like that, esports is really big over there. Like I don't know if they have it in schools and stuff like that, but esports is huge over there.
Oh, I know it is.
So I mean, with StarCraft and all that crap, and Dota and League of Legends and all that.
League of Legends, especially, yeah. They're like into all the smart stuff. They're not really too much into the Counter-Strike stuff. I mean, there are Chinese teams, but
yeah, it's well,
they're just fucking smart, dude.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike really takes some brains, but not like micromanaging shit, dude. They're like...
Well, I mean, it's the same thing like the video games coming out of there, like the Final Fantasies and stuff like that. It's all... Well, I guess not really Final Fantasies, but I just remember my...
Final Fantasy is Japan, not China.
It's kind of... Well, same. I meant just the East, too.
But Japan doesn't really do that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I'm being a little stereotypical.
Well,
like,
it's not necessarily stereotypical, I mean, because it's like true, one but it's true, though.
About, like, I think it was Final Fantasy at the time. Going through like one of the field trips or whatever we're going to. I think it was, I don't know, not Six Flags, Busch Gardens or something like that. He was talking on the bus and doing like calculations on, oh, you do this attack and this thing and you get this amount of damage and stuff like that. They just like, I don't know, calculate it, do more calculations and I don't know.
They have a higher CPM than we do. You like that? Calculations per minute?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. They're crazy, man.
I don't know. But yeah.
They're really crazy with that type of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts.
Just like, the micromanaging and this and that. I suck at it, but...
Yeah, me too. Alright, so anyway, I don't know. This is, like I said, like you said, an after-school activity, sure, but actually having esport classes...
Yeah.
Like you actually go
in high school, not
week.
really. I mean, maybe if you want to do like a kind of like a vocational school kind of thing, where you go take e-classes or an esports class where they like.
But that's what people were
strategies
talking about.
Or something. I don't know. I mean, but that's just kind of, I think, too far.
Yeah, because I found it on Linus Tech Tips or whatever. They were talking about it on there, and like. People were saying, "Oh, I think it's an awesome idea. I think it's an awesome idea," and everything else. But then it's like, somebody was like, "Yeah, they teach these kids all this kind of crap or whatever," and then they go out to get a job, and they're like, "Oh, well, what are your qualifications?" "Oh, I'm badass at Counter-Strike," and he's like, "Oh, well, get the fuck out of my office." It's like,
well, it's the same thing.
The guy was doing quotes.
You do an office job, and it's like, "Well, I'm badass at football, or badass at soccer, or badass at basketball."
Right,
it's the same thing.
That shit, though. That's what I'm saying. You don't put that for a job.
Yeah, but it's, I guess it kind of builds, I don't know.
That's what they're saying. It builds teamwork. It builds like working with others.
Yeah, but esports is so independent. So
that's what kind of. But the same thing with me is that it's not. I don't know. It does teach you teamwork and all that kind of stuff. And like somebody was like,
not as much as like a real
sport does.
I mean, because you have to rely on your teammates, but it's not like, oh, you're setting up your teammate to score or whatever. You passing them the ball, or I guess baseball.
Kind of are though. Like ganking in Dota.
Yeah, with Dota, I'm thinking more of Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, kind of.
It's
though.
Like,
you got to tell people where they are, and they're right here.
Yeah, but
as long as you're making good
you're kind of
calls.
just relying on your teammates. It's not like you're helping. Unless you're setting up a flash or something for them, you're not like actively helping your teammates.
pro CS, I could see it being like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
When we play
I assume
matchmaking, it's not like that. It's more just
I assume
relying on
this
your
is more.
teammates.
Yeah.
So,
But
I don't know. I think it's pretty dumb though, but whatever.
yeah, I mean, I kind of want to say it's dumb, but it's almost kind of me just being an old prude, I guess. It's like,
But it's not being an old prude. It's not going to help them in the real world. Yeah, you can maybe make millions like you do in football. So maybe you can get a scholarship to a school, like a technical school. Like if you're trying to go in for like
who says
game
5
design
years or whatever.
That's
like,
what I'm saying, though.
There's no like League of Legends, college league. You know what I mean? I mean, if you think about it, it could happen, and it could be,
it could happen,
just like
but
football.
That's what I'm saying, though. But football is an after-school activity. It's
well, yeah,
not
I agree.
in-school
I agree with you completely. It shouldn't be a class.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's dumb to have like an after-school thing. That's fine. That's what we do now. After work, we come home and we fucking play some games. It's the same damn thing. You don't do it during school. That'd be like me just like, right in the middle of my work day, just say, oh, I'm going to go freaking knock out a couple matchmakings on ESEA. You don't do that. You're fucking working.
But then,
You're
learning. Like you have classes or just like
you don't have any
class.
football class. Yeah, you have gym class. You
gym
don't have
class,
football
which kind of works on it. But I mean, I agree. You don't have an e-class or esports class. I mean, you can kind of have an esports class like. I guess you really can't. I'm trying to think of like something kind of like gym is to football. Something is to esports. I just can't think of it right now. I mean, you could do
the only thing it would be is tech studies class, but
yeah, I mean, that's not the same.
Yeah, no.
I mean, because it's all like at least Counter-Strike, it's muscle memory and stuff like that. I mean, you can go over strats. After school extracurricular that's too specific.
Activity, 100%. Having an actual class on your
I really think
schedule is
like,
retarded.
No. Yeah, if they have like a League of Legends or Dota or Counter-Strike like college leagues, I think that'd be cool.
It would be cool. I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't be cool.
No,
it would be like your side thing. It wouldn't be like you're going to college to learn Counter-Strike. That's just stupid, which is what this is trying to make it out to be.
But
you're taking classes to learn it. You should be doing it as an extra thing on the side after school's over. Like football. You don't go to high school to learn football. You do the football after you learn everything else at school. There's no football 101 class that's on your schedule.
I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure at the college level if there is something, kind of like that or like a class or anything.
There might be.
Of course, this is high school, so completely different. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the idea of like a college teams and leagues.
I am, but will you be into it by then?
What do you mean?
Or will you think it's stupid by then?
Dude, I'm a gamer at heart, man.
I'm a gamer at heart too, but this shit just irritates me. This is where, like, not irritates me, but like, I don't know. Like, I get super excited about the whole esports thing and people making millions of dollars and it may be becoming as big as like the NFL, but at the same time, I feel that it's like a part of me in the back of my mind is saying this is a really dumb fucking idea.
I don't see it at all. I
don't know what it is about me. Maybe it's just me being old school. I just think it's stupid.
I think it's you being old school. It's you want that physical aspect of the sport. Or I mean, I just like the skill of the.
Dota. I enjoy watching the skill. Like I just
think that the skill is just amazing.
Shit, it is amazing, but at the same time, it's just something just irks me about it being a professional sport because it's not a sport.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. See, for me, whenever the whole
call it a game, I guess.
Whenever the whole esport phrase terminology first came out, or whatever, for me, it was always talking about NBA Live and Madden. I never heard anybody calling StarCraft an esport. I've never heard anybody calling World of Warcraft an esport because it's not. It's a game.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's how it always came off to me. But like this, I get it. You know, it's cool. I love watching it, and
it's almost the same thing. Like, is racing a sport? Because
it's physical. It's extremely physical, dude.
It's about as physical as like.
It's way more physical than.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean,
they get tired doing that shit, man.
Think about playing like
it's fucking hard.
Or something.
You don't get tired playing that. You don't hurt your muscles. You don't break your back. People don't die playing Counter-Strike.
Well, that's because they don't wreck.
There's risks.
They do wreck.
Involved. There's no risks.
You missed that.
There's no risks in esports. There's no adventure. There's no. I don't know. It's just like I said. It's probably just me being old school. I just feel like it's not a sport. If they want to call it professional gaming, sure, call it professional gaming and make it a professional gaming association, but that would be PGA, which we can't use. I don't know. I don't like the word sport in there. I really have a fucking problem with the word sport in there.
Just I think it's cool.
It's dumb. It's not a sport. By definition, it is not a sport. And so,
what's the definition of sport?
If I know.
I mean, because there is like,
I don't know.
You know, it's not physically exerting, I guess you could say, but there's like a physical aspect of
sport or sports are all forms of usually competitive physical activity which through casual or organized participation aim to use, maintain, or improve.
Yeah.
So it's physical.
Oh, that's Wikipedia. You can't do Wikipedia. You got to do like a Webster.
Dude, it's the same fucking thing.
Wikipedia, you can edit that, but I mean,
you can edit that. Yeah, somebody went in there and edited it right before our stream happened. Come on, man.
But
we need that.
I agree that
an activity involving
a sport, but
an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment.
Wait, read that again.
An activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So half of it's right. There is no physical exertion in gaming. I'm sorry. There isn't. You staying up until 4 o'clock in the morning streaming all night because you want to make extra money and then going in and practicing your game is not physical exertion. That's just you being retarded.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't think it's
just like
I don't see any negativity of it calling it a sport or an e-sport or
just like I think I would have a huge problem if Counter-Strike or Dota or League of Legends became part of the Olympics.
Technically, it'd fit more in the Olympics than anything else.
Actually, yeah, because they do have chess.
Games. Yeah, I mean, it's a game.
So yeah, I could see that because they do have chess and it's like a mind thing. It's like a mind game type thing. Mm-hmm. I just don't see it being like a sport. I don't know. Like I said, it's probably just me being old school.
It's hard to fit because the thing is, it's not really physical. It's not really physical, but it requires a high precision of skill to be.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'm not doubting that. Shit, I couldn't compete against them.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that aspect allows it to be considered a sport. Just that super high, skill required to, be at this level or, the upper end level of the gaming. I think that aspect of it makes it okay to be, technically it might not be, a sport as in like basketball,
I guess. I don't know.
Stuff. What's that?
I don't know. I don't know how I will feel if say Cameron. It's perfect for Cameron because he's 7, right? So this is actually perfect for him. It actually fits into the timeline that we are thinking, correct? Mm-hmm. Roughly, So let's say Cameron gets a scholarship to go to college for his gaming ability. Like you get football scholarships.
I think that's awesome.
I honestly think if he came home and told me that he got a scholarship for his gaming or whatever, I would laugh so fucking hard in his face. Because Because it doesn't prove anything, dude. It's
Well,
not
neither
fucking
does a
useful.
football scholarship.
But it shows that you are fucking. It's just like a Heisman Trophy, man. It shows that you struggled, you went through everything, and physically did something and accomplished something. You don't really accomplish anything in Counter-Strike. You just got good. You can pop headshots, and that's it. You're not really accomplishing anything. You don't feel like a major. I mean, yeah, they
You
get
don't accomplish
excited.
anything scoring a touchdown. You know,
It's a
I
lot
mean,
harder to score a touchdown than it is to pop a headshot, dude.
I don't know about that.
Let's sit you in the middle of a football field with a bunch of people and say, here's the ball, try to make it to the other end. Even if you're not, out of shape or whatever. Let's say you're in good shape. And
What are you saying? I'm out of shape?
Go do that, and then go and try to play a 5v5 or whatever and win 16 rounds. And tell me which one you think is harder.
All right. Well, you have to put it in the same context. Am I going to play versus, a bunch of, I don't know.
Let's just say a bunch of people that you know. All the people that you hang out with at the car shop and some of my people that I know at my work. Mm-hmm. And say, run from that touchdown to that touchdown.
It'd be easier to do headshots for sure. Well, I don't know. It'd probably be easy for the both. About the same.
I don't think so.
Why not?
You'd fucking get tackled and pummeled and it'd be over.
I don't know. I think
you'd be getting your freaking ass kicked. I'm just saying. It just seems like it's... I don't know. I would honestly would have a hard time.
Well, I'm just saying my skill level
I would
laugh far above, I think, majority of the people I know and popping headshots. Maybe that's just me being cocky, but...
No, I mean, you're good. I'm not saying that you're not good. I'm just saying, it's like the average person... Even if I'm not talking about somebody that doesn't know how to use a computer, obviously, because they would suck. Like, putting Kristen in Counter-Strike would just be retarded. But, I don't know. I would just, if he came to me and said he got a scholarship for college because he played a game, I would fucking laugh. I would just laugh because I would think it was fucking immature and retarded.
I don't see it that way, man.
Games to me are something that you just play to just unwind and forget about the bullshit that you went to work all day. It's not something that you get a scholarship.
You say the same thing about football.
I do say the same thing about football. I think football scholarships are fucking stupid too.
Okay, well then, as long as you have that same mentality for both of them,
I think the amount of money that professional sports players get paid is fucking stupid. I think the fact that these guys made $10 million for fucking playing a 5v5 video game is fucking stupid. I enjoy watching it.
I mean, it's cool that they get. But
I enjoy watching it, but I think
for football, man, that's extremely physical. And
it's extremely physical, but there's no reason why you need to be making that millions whenever our president only makes 400,000. Why is a sports star making more money than people that are running our country? That's stupid.
It's entertainment.
I know we went through this whole argument before in the past. I know why. But it's still
the same
stupid.
thing like an actor.
It doesn't matter why. Exactly, and I think that's stupid as well.
I don't think so. If it brings you entertainment, I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I mean, it's.
I'm not saying I don't understand why they make it. I understand 100% why they make it. I just think it's stupid that they make that kind of money to do something so simple. Acting is fucking easy, dude. Come on.
Man, come on.
Come on, dude. Come on. Do you honestly think that is physically exhausting? And do you honestly think it takes, so much skill to sit in front of a camera and act?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean...
So you're cool. You're cool. So you're cool with somebody that just sits and has fun making a movie, like, say, Hangover, to get paid the amount of money they did, but people that save people's lives every single day don't get paid a fraction of what they make. You think that's cool, and that's okay.
I don't think that's cool. I mean,
you think it's okay?
I understand it. I mean,
I think the person saving people's lives should be making the tens of millions of dollars, and not the people acting.
Well, technically, you could say doctors do.
They don't make tens of millions of dollars a year.
Not tens of millions of dollars, but
or per movie. Let's say that. Doctors don't make a fraction of what John Travolta makes in a year.
No.
It's stupid. people developing cures for cancers and they don't make that kind of money. That's dumb.
You could say the same thing about some guy trading stocks. I mean, it's just how the world is.
I know it's how the world is. I'm not saying I don't understand it. Never once
But then
did I
it can't
say.
be an argument. I mean,
How's it cannot be an argument? I'm not the argument that I'm making is that it's dumb. I'm not saying that it's not that's not the way the world works. I agree. It's stupid. People that are making a difference in the world and helping humanity are getting paid dick, while somebody that's just being stupid and acting goofy in front of a camera makes billions of dollars. It's stupid.
It's an entertainment it brings to everyone.
That's what I'm saying. People value entertainment over life. That's the problem. It's stupid.
Not necessarily.
But they do. It shows right there in the salary.
Well, if you think about it, trying to think of something. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. But that one person, say, 10 million people, 100 million people, you know, watch him do that and are entertained by it. If he gets 5 cents for every person, you know.
Okay.
I mean,
it's not going to change my opinion. I think it's still stupid.
Why is it stupid? You wouldn't give someone 5 cents for, and 20 minutes of entertainment.
He's getting a hell of a lot more than that per person.
I don't know about that. Him specifically, no. Maybe the movie companies and stuff like that, or whatever. But I mean, the same thing with music. I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, it's not great. It's not the best system in the world, of course, but it's what it is, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I just
I'll agree to disagree. That's it.
I don't see how getting a scholarship, for being good at something should be any different than anything else. So, I mean...
Okay. All right, so the next one is the GTX 950. They supposedly had leaked it from videocards.com. It's going to be 2 gigabytes of GDDR5, 128-bit interface, and 28 nanometer, which is...
It's the same as like now, right? Yeah.
No, I think the 980 Ti is smaller, isn't it?
I don't know, to be honest. I thought the Intel chips were a lot smaller than they were. I thought they were like 14.
Well, the 980 Ti is the GM200, not the 206. 206 is the 970s and 980. But they utilize the GM206 Maxwell GPU with 768 CUDA cores, which is a freaking tiny amount. Jesus, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
I just read it.
Considered, the 980 Ti has what, 3,000 or
3,000 something, yeah.
Yeah.
Base clock somewhere around 1150 to 1250 megahertz, and boost clock of 1450. Said to be priced around 240 euros to 280 euros, which
I think that's really
I think
high.
It's going to come down. I mean, we both think it's going to be lower than that.
It's going to be lower.
It better be lower than that, because that's retarded. Cause
price point will be 170 to 180 bucks.
That's still too expensive for that card, in my opinion. But you can get it
for entry-level card. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, yeah, it's pricey. It's not no $50 card.
Would you pay $180 for that card, or would you spend $40 more and get a 960?
Depends.
Depends on what?
Financial situations at the time.
You're gonna tell me that you can't wait a little bit longer and make up $40? That's like a tank of gas.
Me, I'd do it. I wouldn't even spend that much money on a 960. I'd buy a 980 Ti.
Well, I'm saying if your budget and you were looking at paying $180 for a 950, that is substantially less than a 960 superclocked.
Is it though?
Pretty sure.
I don't know. I haven't seen the comparisons.
Well, this is actually a 960 super clocked. So it's been doubly super clocked.
Anyway. Clocked. All right, hang on. I gotta look it up.
$234. Yeah, look up the specs and we'll compare.
960.
I think the 960 might be 3 gigabytes.
Specs.
No, it's 2
Well, yeah, I
gigabytes.
think so. I mean,
No, I
it's an
think it's 2
entry level card.
It's 2
It has 1,024 CUDA cores. It's a lot lower speed based on that, and it's only 2 gigabits, 128-bit as well. This was 128, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 128.
So how many
so
CUDA
it's
cores?
just 1,024.
And what was the base clock versus boost?
Base clock is 1127.
Yeah, I'd pay the extra $40 for the 960. It's only 1,300 less megahertz, dude, and you have way more CUDA cores.
Yeah, but realistically, the performance seems to be like 10, 15%.
And
I'd say closer to 10%.
You got 30% for $300 versus 10 to 15% for only $40.
Yeah.
Getting a better deal going from the 950 to 960.
What?
You're sitting there telling me that you wouldn't pay $40 to get a 15% increase.
I'm just saying, like, there's not a huge bump in performance for that extra money.
So 15% for $40 isn't a good boost in performance.
I mean, it's a good boost, but it's not a huge boost. It's not like, oh, no one would ever buy the 7 or 950.
But never mind.
The 950 has its point.
Okay.
It's that entry level card. I mean, it's the card you build. It'll be a good. I don't know about good, but I'd say it's comparable. This probably performance wise would be comparable to the 760 you're using currently.
Okay.
And if you build a budget,
I'd still
computer,
pay the $40 to get the extra performance.
If you can build a budget computer of $450, you can get a computer that can play all the good games. Well, I mean, yeah, we would for sure because that's what we're into. But you know what I'm saying? For an entry level card, it's not too bad.
Okay.
This guy never agrees.
Hell no, I don't agree. That's retarded.
But I'm always right, man.
I don't understand why anybody would not just pay the extra $40 to get.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like
increase.
why would someone not pay to buy a 980 Ti? I mean, the performance is amazing.
Because it's expensive as fuck.
So
you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to oranges.
No,
you're comparing.
Is amazing.
You're comparing fucking enthusiast grade shit versus something that's bottom end.
Yeah, bottom end to mid end. Or
960 is not even close to mid end. Come on.
I'd say it's mid.
Okay.
Or you could say if the 950 would be entry level and this would be low level.
970 would be mid to high. 980 would be high. 970 mid. 980 high. 980 Ti and Titan X are enthusiast.
Titan X is just dumb.
But it's enthusiast because it's expensive.
Yeah. The price doesn't.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
But I think the price point is fine for the card. Well, not this price point listed in the article, of course, but $150 to $180 is perfect price point for this card. For what they're suggesting of $200 to $300, no. I mean, a 970 is $300.
Well, to be fair, video cards has been pretty spot on with their pricing. Just saying.
Well, they are retarded. Then NVIDIA is absolutely retarded. This price point that they have listed, the 240 to 280 euros, absolutely retarded. Unless this is like a notebook grade card or something like that. Or it's like super low power draw or something, something where it'd be really good in the notebooks. I mean, there's absolutely no market for it in the desktop market. At that price,
really tell where they skimp on shit,
though. No price point or no market for it. Because why would you buy a less card for more money? I mean, come on, NVIDIA isn't that dumb. You have to admit their pricing is way off.
I think they're dumb for releasing this card to begin with, to be honest. Seems like a waste.
Kind of.
I don't even bet that within the first year they sell 1,000 of these cards.
Well, the thing is you have to think the way the chips are made, right? Same thing with Intel. They all the chips are the same, right?
Yeah.
They produce chips,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then some chips are just bad.
It's a
So they have,
GM206. It's the same
let's say
as
they have a
everything else.
bunch of these bad chips, right? And they have nothing to do with it. They're just going to throw them away. So why not make a card and maybe get some money out of it? I mean,
I don't know.
obviously they've done the research and there's a market for it for a bottom end card like this. So maybe they can recoup some of the cost of the garbage that they have sitting around. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah, they might recoup some of the cost, but I doubt they'll be making very much off of these cards.
No, they're not going to be. I bet you they'll be
$5 a card, maybe.
Yeah, they'll be practically breaking even. Well, they're probably not. They'll be. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm trying to think if a company like Nvidia would spend money. I know I keep freezing.
Fucking
But,
Skype, dude.
would spend money to capture market share. I mean, it drives market share, would drive their stock prices up. So would it be worth it to lose money on a card like this to gain market share? And now it's not even going to come up.
Nope, you broke it.
Yep. Maybe it is something with Skype then. Interesting. So
have you updated your Skype?
yeah, when I updated Windows 10.
I was wondering, can you use... I'm going to check. I'm wondering if you can use Skype for Business as personal use.
This is Skype for Business.
It just looks better.
Differences. Oh. Maybe. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if it'd be worth it for them to gain that market share for their stock value to sell these at a loss. One more try. There we go. Boom. I'm back. Back, baby.
Oh, Skype for Business is $2 per month per user. Go F yourselves, Microsoft.
I'll use your free stuff.
Yes, I'll use your free freezing stuff.
Well, I think it's just my computer.
My eyes are getting dried out there from it. I had to blink. So, all right. Well, we're only at an hour and 12 minutes. Can you think of anything else to bullshit? Oh, you still have that other article. I guess we can put.
Yeah, it's not really a great article.
No, we're gonna do it, dude. We're gonna do it. We're gonna balls to the wall here, boys.
Article. So, anyways, this came up.
What is up with AMD?
I don't even know. Like, I just briefly saw this on another news site.
They suck. I mean,
pretty much. I think it was on a conference call or something like that, and the earnings came out, and then a reporter asked them, because in the report they said, I guess their R&D is down 40%.
Now, does that mean the money for R&D is down 40%, or does that mean like
I don't know why I said revenue in the point, but I put that in like 2 seconds.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it like or is it just saying that they are doing 40% less R&D, or does that mean that the money 40%? Okay, so the they're investing 40% less.
That's why I didn't look at the article super close, but like this 40%. I don't know if it's 40% of total money invested of the company worth, or total money in general, or what exactly it is. But so basically,
upload must be fucked up, dude.
Why?
I don't know. Like, it came back, but you're like super 1990s pixelated.
Yeah, well, that's just Skype. It does that sometimes. But I'll do.
Are you getting sick too?
Not really. I just have a lot of mucus past like.
Yeah, me too. It really hit me today. McConnell asked Papermaster about the sharp drop-off in R&D levels at AMD, stating, "When I talk to investors about AMD, there's some concern. I mean, we've seen a decline by close to 40% versus levels we were at in the beginning of the decade." Mm-hmm. So does that mean, that to me sounds like they're doing 40% less R&D, not less money being put into R&D.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm thinking it's money related.
Well, I know it's money related, but I'm just saying, like, I think they mean like they're only doing 60% of the research and development that they were doing before.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah.
You can only do based on how much you're paying people. I mean, if you
Yeah, I
have,
know, but
you're investing, $10 million and then you cut it down to $6 million, you can only pay engineers so much money, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't think I honestly I don't know, man. Unless a huge company buys them out, I don't think AMD will be around in like 5
yeah,
years.
it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good at all. My internet speeds are pretty good. 167 megabits down, and let's see, 168.21. And my upload is 11.17.
I would do it, but I'm streaming, so
Yeah.
It
So it's
probably
not my
crash.
internet. It's just probably the driver because I never updated or installed the new driver, or a new
For somebody that is like
webcam thing.
so like meticulous about shit, you really half-ass your computers like crazy.
What are you talking about? I've been planning
Every
to
single time
install.
that you upgraded your stuff, you just left the same fucking Windows install on your hard
I
drive.
never had
and you
any
didn't.
issues.
That's what I'm saying, though, is half-assed.
Why? I mean,
It just seems so
works
half-assed.
fine.
Every single time I build a new computer, I fucking put a whole new clean install. I don't want to put it's like putting dirty underwear on. You get out of the shower and put your own dirty underwear back on. That's just disgusting. I don't want all that filth from my old install on a new computer.
I see it more as you getting in the same car every day. I don't know. I just made that up.
Not at all.
Well, I mean, technically, it kind of works, right?
No.
I mean, you get some new clothes and you get in your same car every day. Still does the same. It's not any faster. I guess.
No, but
Okay, here we go. I got it. Perfect analogy.
I bet you would have seen a performance increase had you done fresh installs, though.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it would have happened.
Like what? A 2% performance increase? I don't even think
I didn't say how much of a percentage. I said you would have seen one.
I don't think
So I'm still right.
I don't think I'd see any, to be honest.
I'm still right.
But no, the analogy is you get a new car, right? And then you go to the same gas station and fill up. Boom!
No, that's not the same thing.
Because it's running on the same
It's
thing.
not the same thing.
No, it's the same. You gotta admit that's a good one.
That's not a good one. That's actually pretty shitty.
Why? How do you think it's shitty?
Because it's gas. It's still fresh, clean gas every single time.
Not really. I mean, it's still the same windows.
But it has a bunch of gunk on top of it. Here's a better analogy. It's like buying a brand new car and putting your old motor in it. No.
Oh, because
It's like buying a brand new motor and putting it into your old shitty car. Because it's not the gas, because the gas is new. You buy a new car and you go to the pump, it's still fresh gas. It's not like the gas is tainted now because you have a new car.
but it's running on
The same gas. But you're putting new hardware with an old OS that was used to be running on the other hardware. Like you're having a problem. So you're sitting there telling me that Windows 10 detects actual hardware stuff now. Because obviously you can't activate it now. You have to reinstall. So you're saying Windows 7 and 8.1 never did that either? It had to have done it on some... You said that it detects your hardware numbers or whatever.
That's just the way the Windows activation works.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think that the OS saw different hardware and kind of acted a little bit funky with it? Even in the
You
slightest
install
bit?
new drivers and you're fine.
Okay.
It's the same thing. I guess it doesn't work. But
I don't know. Every single time I build a new computer, I'm always putting a fresh install on it. I would never just pull it over and put it in and plug it in. Yeah, it works, but it's just...
It worked fine. I never had any issues.
It's just filthy.
Why? I don't have a filthy system. I mean, yeah, there's some lingering drivers in there.
But it's only an hour of your time to fucking just do it. Why not just do it?
An hour. You gotta set up all the stuff again.
Oh my god, that's the funnest part of a computer, is building it up and doing it.
Oh yeah, building the computer and playing games is the funnest part.
No.
Reinstalling Windows.
I enjoy reinstalling everything, resetting everything up, and everything else. It's fun to me.
I just
sit back, listen to some music, and just reinstall some of your stuff. It's good.
It never feels the same. Every time I reinstall Windows, it just never feels the same. It's like forgetting something, man.
Like what?
I don't know.
You're so dumb.
No, but seriously, it's like I have all my programs that I use, right? You know, whatever. And then there's like this one program I forget to install, and it's like annoying. And it's annoying to me that it's like, oh, I gotta go download this program again because I don't have it. I mean, it's stupid and minor, but realistically, I see no. Oh, well, before I didn't see any change in system performance. Like, honestly, when that one time I did reformat my computer after 3 builds, the computer felt slower. It started slower. It was slower. Remember, because my balls crashed into each other all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was slower. Yep. So, boom, right there. Slower.
The one thing that I don't like about Windows 10 that I loved about 8.1, it might be a setting somewhere, but 8.1 did it automatically, is that I could right-click on the start menu, hit shutdown. It would shut down the computer. I could come back in, move my mouse around, it wouldn't turn on or anything, but I could just hit the space bar and it would instantly be on my desktop. Like everything shut off, like it was in hibernation almost. But the hibernation on Windows 10 doesn't work that way.
I don't know.
It shut everything off, and then all I would do is just walk in. I'm home from work. I want to probably get on my computer, play some games in a little bit. Just walk in and just touch my space bar, and it would the computer would turn on, and bam, 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 all 3 monitors up, desktop, ready to go.
So it really wasn't turning off.
No, I'm sure there was some kind of trickle going on. It had to be to keep it booted. But it wasn't on. None of the fans were on.
Why would you do that, man? Why would you just fresh boot every time?
That's nothing. That's not even comparable.
That is.
No, it's not.
Same thing.
Oh my god, it is not even close to the same thing.
You gotta admit, it's
not even close.
A hint close.
Okay, it's 0.5% close. I'll give you that.
0.5%.
Not fully turning on. So you're sitting there telling me that leaving your computer on all day long is equal to running a hard drive from 3 builds ago on your new build and not reinstalling it. There's new motherboards and CPU, so yeah, that's a big difference.
The biggest
motherboard and the CPU is the biggest bulk of a computer.
Going from Sandy Bridge to Haswell is not that big of a difference. Let's be real.
It's
the biggest difference was going from the Core 2 Quad to the Sandy Bridge. That was the biggest difference.
The Sandy Bridge to Haswell is still a completely different architecture change.
Yeah, well,
so it's still a bit.
No, Sandy Bridge. I'm sorry, Sandy Bridge to what's it called? Isn't that different?
Sandy Bridge to Haswell?
Yeah,
it's a completely different architecture.
I mean, there's
not really. It is.
I mean, it is different, but it's not a drastic change like Core 2 Quad. Actually, I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up. But
I don't know.
It wasn't
do it the way you want to do it. Every single time I build a new computer, it will always be a fresh install. Always.
Nah, man, you gotta overclock.
Just like I did the upgrade on this computer, I did the upgrade to Windows 10 from 8.1 on this computer, and it's driving me fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
It runs perfectly fine. It runs just like 8.1 did. I have no qualms about it, no issues with it at all. But it pisses me off that it's not a fresh install.
That's just
it bugs me to no end. Like every single time I turn it on, I just know that it's not. It's basically 8.1 with a Windows 10 skin on it, is what it feels like to me right now.
You're just crazy.
I am crazy. I have an OCD about it. It drives me nuts. So one weekend I'm going to just wipe everything and start fresh.
I'm doing that probably this weekend.
Because
No, actually not.
I also kind of read an article today about Windows 10 that it's got like some kind of service that it runs that flags certain programs that might not be fully yours and causes them to not work.
Like what?
Like programs that you didn't necessarily 100% acquire properly.
I'm honestly, I mean, I was a big pirate back in the days, but I'm trying to think of one program on my computer that I don't own or don't have a license for that's not like a freeware or something like that. I really can't think of any.
Mine's the biggest one that I've been using recently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's
I could see that.
Retarded expensive.
Not really. They got a nice payment plan you could do.
Retarded expensive.
It's like $50 a month or something, or $20 a month.
Over time, it's retarded expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, I'm afraid that if I do a clean install, then it might not work anymore.
It'll work fine. Just like my webcam.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, you could freeze up. I thought you were just looking at me very creepily.
So yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, like I was flashing this up earlier, which is like not a lot of money, but you know, I sold both of my 970 for the Win Pluses. Sold one to my buddy Friday. Took it up, installed it in his computer, upgraded the drivers, had issues with his... he did fix the monitor, or the TV finally. He went a different route than what we did before. We used HDMI just to test it out, but then the HDMI was like... We finally got it to fit full screen, and it fit the TV perfectly, so we were like super excited, but it was like jittering and jumping all over the place. Like, you couldn't even read the text. It was horrible. And it was like, for whatever reason, it defaulted to like 30 hertz.
Oh, yeah.
So he switched it to 60 hertz. He called me or texted me on my way home. The next day, whenever I was talking with him about monitors, last night, I guess it was. And he goes, I fixed the computer finally. And I was like, this is what I told him last time, is that I swear, it was like a couple days later, he texted me and said, I figured out the TV and it's working fine now. With the border or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, what'd you do? And he goes, I used the HDMI. And I was like, yeah, but it was doing that weird jumpy thing. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, but I changed it from the defaulted 30 hertz to 60 hertz. And he goes, it looks freaking beautiful now. And I was like, sweet. He's like, so yeah. He's like, I had to load up GTA 5 and check it out and see how it ran or whatever. And he goes, it runs so good. And then, because that's what I was telling him about the monitor, because he couldn't decide. He I don't know. He's probably gonna watch this video and kick my ass for bad mouthing him. But I don't want to say this on
drivers again.
I don't want to say this on like recorded, but it almost seems like whenever you're whenever you're at that point where you want to do something because everybody else is doing it?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever done that, but yeah.
You're so full of shit, Mr. I'm going to play Counter-Strike all the time and I want to be pro like Kenny S and Skadoodle. Yeah.
I do it because I like playing it. I think it's fun. I really enjoy playing that game.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, at some point in your life, you can't even sit there and tell me that you have never done
I'm really
this.
trying to think of one. I know I have, but I just can't.
Super bandwagon? You didn't jump on the Mark IV just because everybody else that you knew was doing it and you knew it was awesome?
I liked the car and it was cheap and I bought it.
A Mark IV is cheap?
Mine was.
Okay, I'm just
compared to all the other ones? Compared to the other ones, mine was cheap. Course.
There's absolutely no way in hell you went your entire life without jumping on some kind of bandwagon because everybody else was doing it.
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I just can't think of it at the time. I'm just thinking of like buying something that everyone else was buying. I just can't think of it right now. But anyways, go on with your story.
So you've been talking about getting the 144 hertz monitor.
Oh yeah.
I have the 144 hertz monitor.
And
You weren't really whatever about it until you played on mine. You're like, oh my god, it is actually as awesome as they say. So yes, I do want one. But then you remember how when we were talking and playing games or whatever, and he was talking about buying 2 monitors, one for like IPS and pretty looks, and the other one for FPS gaming.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to explain to him that 144 hertz is not necessary for him. Like, the only reason why I bought the 144 hertz monitor was because at that time, I was getting super serious with Counter-Strike. 144 hertz is not needed for anything but that.
I know what you're saying.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, with your setup,
that 970 wasn't worth it compared to 760.
With your setup, there's about 3 games that you can get 144 hertz out of right now.
Oh yeah, I know, but just the extra smoothness of all the games of things.
But you're not going to get the extra. Yeah, over 60 hertz.
Or 60
That's
frames.
What I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying, though. Or
yeah, I won't hit
you can just play,
hertz.
Or you can just get a 1440p monitor, which a 27-inch kind of requires, because 1080p at 27-inch that close to your face would look like dog shit. But to get a 27-inch 1440p at 60 hertz, which he's been playing at 60 hertz this entire freaking time, is enough.
Yeah,
and he gets his 27 inch.
60 was enough,
but it wasn't, because he couldn't max anything out. Now he can max things out and get more out of it, so he can get more visuals and hit that 60 FPS cap.
Yeah.
If you want to go 144 hertz, you're going to have to cut your visuals down.
You don't have to.
You have to, dude. I had to on SLI 970.
I mean, like,
bro.
You don't have to hit 144 frames per second.
No, but anything less than 144 hertz, you get tearing like a motherfucker. 144 hertz monitor tears way worse than my 60 hertz monitors ever did.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't experienced that, so you
like
might
anywhere around 80 and 90 frames per second or whatever, you get quite a bit of tearing. So I usually end up.
I'm kind of glad I'm on a 60 hertz then, because I would be annoyed with that.
I mean, it wasn't.
I might
too
be
bad.
more inclined to buy a G-Sync monitor if that's really the case. I might be inclined.
It depends on the game. That's the thing. Like GTA 5, I don't get very much tearing at all, if ever. But like Far Cry 4, that shit tears like a motherfucker. I hate Far Cry 4. That game Ubisoft just sucks dick. They just need to go under.
I need to get that game.
But I don't know. Like, you know, if he wants the 27-inch and he wants 1440p, he has no real choice but to go 27-inch 1440p 144 hertz, which is like $9 million. So it's like, it's so pointless in my opinion, you know? It's like, what do you want as like 1440p? As like, do you think 60, the way that you've been playing now, 60 hertz, do you think it's smooth? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, you think it's smooth? He goes, yeah. But then he was like, but if I, 120 hertz or 144 hertz or whatever, I'd probably be better at the game, is how he put it, because it would be smoother and he'd be able to hit the headshots easier and all that stuff. I'm like, but that's not necessarily the case.
I think compared
it's smoother.
For Counter-Strike, I bet you there's a bunch of input lag with his TV.
Oh yeah, he already knows that now.
Okay.
I've already.
Well, I just think just based on that, technically it's correct, but not the 140. If he just got a computer monitor.
Yeah.
He could get a 27-inch IPS.
27-inch 1440p with 5 milliseconds at 60 hertz. It would feel absolutely awesome.
You know what he could do is I think there's some, like the mono price, I think. There's some panels, IPS matte panels that you can overclock to like 75 hertz.
I would
do something like that.
Panel, but
what?
That's just me. So I wouldn't get a mono price panel, but that's just me.
Well, I'm just saying there's like panels like that.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. So I don't know. I told him that I think buying two monitors, one for a certain type of game and one for another certain type of game, is just stupid. I was like, don't do that. That's was like, that's a big waste of money. I was like, he goes, well, what? He goes, right now, if you had $400 to spend, what would you do? And I was like, my exact setup right now.
Yeah.
And then he goes, but those are 20. He goes, but those are 24-inch. I'm like, so what? They're right in your fucking face.
Yeah.
You're not going to be sitting 20 feet away.
He needs to come down to your house and then just play on them.
I mean, even if he doesn't do the triple monitor, that's what I told
just
him.
play on yours, and he'd realize 24 inches is fine.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, I go, dude, one weekend, one Saturday or one Friday night, I was like, I'm going to take my monitor off of the stand because it's easy with this new stand. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just pop it off the monitor stand. I'll bring the stand that it came on because it literally just pops onto that. I was like, I'll drive up to your house, we'll hook it up to your computer, we'll let you play some games on a 144 hertz monitor, it's 24 inches, and I was like, and if your boner lasts longer than 4 hours, you need to go to the doctor. And then he's just like, he started laughing about it, and then he goes, well, I don't know, maybe. And he goes, I have a problem. Like, he just thinks that, like, a bigger screen always means better. And I'm like, that's not the case, man. Yeah, that's not the case at all with computer gaming at all.
Because he sits so far from his screen, and his screen is 50 inches. It's in his head that 24 would be even smaller than his screen.
Yeah, he's thinking 24-inch from the distance he's sitting away, like 24 inches.
Well, not even that. It's just in his head that 24 inches would be smaller than he has now.
Yeah.
When it sits closer, it would be the same, if not bigger.
I was like, the monitor will be like 8 inches and like 8 to 10, 12 inches or whatever in front of your keyboard. I'm like, it's right in your face. And I was like, any bigger than that? And I was like, and it's going to make it worse for you because you're going to have to move your head so much back and forth to look from corner to corner or to side or up and down. I was like, you don't need something that big when you're that close. I was like... I go, honestly, I was like, if you want to try to save some money and you absolutely want 144 hertz, I was like, go with a 24-inch, 144 hertz. My monitor that I have right now, when I looked it up, I think it was on sale again for like $189, I think it was, or was it $219? No, I think it was like $189, $169 or something like that. I don't know. It was on sale again. And I was like, that right there is what I would buy. And then he goes, that one? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, but why? And I was like, because that's the one I own. And
the only reason I wouldn't buy your monitor is because of the stand. It sits like the Acer stand sits really low and it doesn't have a lot of adjustability. Where like if you get like a
well, yeah, but that can be changed with another stand. That's all I'm saying.
But it's extra money. But
it's still going to be cheaper than a BenQ, though.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't buy a BenQ.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd buy an Acer.
Any freaking monitor that has any kind of adjustable stand is expensive as shit.
No, the Acer. I mean, not Acer. The Asus one isn't too bad. When it's on sale, it was on sale for like $230.
And it has adjustable up and down.
Yeah, it has you can do it portrait or.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It has a really good stand, but usually it's $250, which is kind of pricey compared to yours.
It's a lot cheaper than $400 that he wants to spend on a 27-inch IPS 1440p.
Yeah,
and then he's like, but he's like, everything I'm reading is that 1440p isn't going to be around for very much longer because 4K. And I'm like, dude, people still play in 768. I was like, 720p is still around. No, games though. Any game has that resolution. I can go all the way down to 768 on Far Cry.
People
don't play it, but it's. Oh my god! I'm not saying that it's popular. I'm saying it's supported.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything's supported. You can play.
That's what I'm saying. He thinks that it's not going to be supported anymore.
Yeah,
I'm like 1440p to me. And then I was like, and he goes, well, what about 4K? And I was like, I think 4K is dumb. Still to this day, I think 4K is dumb.
I think it's dumb. I think it's good, but I don't think
it's dumb.
We're there yet.
And he goes, what would it take or whatever to do 4K at 144 hertz? And I was like, about $7,000, because you would need that freaking pixel collider computer or whatever that they built to do all these 4K and 5K screenshots of like Crysis and shit.
Nah, I bet you you could have. Not 144 FPS though, and like Christ. Well, I don't know.
980 Ti SLI can't do it.
I'm thinking like Tri-SLI TIs. Okay. Tri-SLI TIs with the
$4,000 computer.
No, it'll probably be 6,000 because you have to get the 8 core.
And don't forget the
64
$2,000 monitor by itself.
No, you just run on a $40 TN panel from Walmart.
Not at 4K 144.
Oh yeah, I forgot about 4K 144. But yeah.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's just like he's like, okay, well then, what about 1440p or whatever? How will it run? How will the 970 in my computer run like GTA 5? And I was like, think about it this way.
It'll run as well as the 760 does.
Yeah, that's.
It'll run everything as well as the 760.
Yeah. I was like, it'll run just like what your computer runs now, except for it'll be a higher resolution, which will be a little bit crisper and look a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's it. I was like, that's the only difference, and it'll be 27 inches in your face or whatever. But I was like, personally, I think you would be better off just getting a 100. If you want 144 hertz and you're hell bent on 144 hertz, either suck it up and spend the shitload of money.
Mm-hmm.
Or suck it up and deal with 24 inches. It's your only options.
Yeah, I really think he just needs to play on a 24-inch monitor, and then he'll be good. He'll realize that, it's plenty big. I mean, it's not overly big, but
I just couldn't play on 27 inch. I think a 27 inch is too big. I sat in front of a guy's computer that does CAD at work. He's in the new building. And he has a 27-inch monitor for doing CAD, and it's on one of those like movable arms. Yeah. He has like a 24-inch on this side and a 27-inch over here, and he uses a 27-inch for CAD, and it would annoy the fuck out of me. Mm. I mean, I know I have the 3 monitors, which is way bigger than a 27-inch monitor, but I just like I don't.
It's all about the distance you sit away from the screen.
I'm really weird too, in particular about this, because like Linus it talks about how he loves the 34-inch ultra wide curved display because it doesn't have the bezels, but you get the same amount of workspace. I enjoy the bezels. I guess I must be the only fucking person in existence that loves having separate screens, because I can separate out my workflow. Like having putting if say like you take like 2 windows, snap one on the right and one on the left of one monitor. It's just not enough divide there to tell me the difference between my workflow. I don't know why. I have to have. It's almost like having desks.
That separation.
It's almost like having a mound of papers on this desk, a mound of papers on that desk, and that mound of papers on that table or whatever when I'm doing my big sheet drawings. It just separates it out. And
the only thing I wouldn't like is just for gaming.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want the...
And that's what Kenny said, too. Kenny was like, oh, man, he's like, or should I do the triple monitor display or whatever and play all my games on 3 monitors? I was like, you won't do it, dude. Trust me. I was like, I thought it was going to be really awesome, and I ran Skyrim in it, and I immediately stopped after about 5 minutes. I was like, it's obnoxious. I don't like it. I enjoy having other things up on my screen that I can look at in the middle of games. Like, you stream while you're playing something, or watch a stream, not stream, but watch a stream. Or if we stream, obviously we can't have the game blocking it. We need to see if it's working or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you won't use it. And he goes, but I can see people. I'm like, it doesn't work like that, man.
The only game I'd really use it in is a racing game.
Exactly.
So you can
racing
get the
game or
visuals.
Like Star Citizen where you're flying spaceships. That's it.
Well, yeah. More a driving game of some sort.
Driving, flight simulator or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. Where you're in a cockpit.
First-person shooter, no. I wouldn't use it at all.
Dude,
it
made me...
I'd play like a nostalgia run through Doom or something. But I think that would be just... Yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. I ran through... I played like a half of a death match against bots. I did a half a death match with bots with the triple monitor on Counter-Strike, and I was like, my head was killing me. Like, my eyes felt so strained. And I'm just looking straight ahead. Like, I wasn't even using these. I was just using it as my peripheral vision, but it was just, I don't know. It was like I was being surrounded by it, and it drove me nuts. I hated it.
You were immersed in it. And you got a headshot, and then it made your head hurt.
That's why I honestly think that I probably, even if the Oculus Rift is like $250 for the finalized version, I honestly think I won't buy it because I wouldn't be able to play it. I would get so motion sick playing that. I know it for a fact.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, roller coasters don't make me motion sick. That's the weird thing. Everybody laughs at me because I can't go on, like, amusement park rides, but I can ride roller coasters all day long and not get sick.
What about a boat? Well, no, you've been on boats, so...
Well, now I probably would.
Yeah.
I get motion sickness when I'm not driving the car.
Yo, man. One time
like
I
riding
got
passenger
really
or in
sick.
the back seat.
I didn't throw up, but I got really sick, motion sickness, on a fucking plane.
Like on a big commercial jet?
No, little Cessna. We were doing loops and stuff.
Yeah.
I lasted about 5 minutes. I was like, all right, man, we gotta slow down.
Yeah.
We're doing like loops and stuff over the compound. It was awesome. Barrel rolls and all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
And a little Cessna.
And that's how I am with helicopters. Like, planes don't really bother me. And going up and down, of course, and doing
I've never ridden a helicopter.
Helicopters, man, it's because you're not really... You're like, there's a lot of, like, up and down, so, like, everything... I couldn't be an astronaut. I couldn't be, like, an astronaut either. Like, all my junk just floating around, dude, I'd be puking all the time. I know it for a fact.
Really?
Yeah, couldn't do it, man.
I think it'd be...
Like, I know if I went out on a boat right now, I spent... Oh my god, like my entire life up until I was about 17 or 18 years old on boats. And if I went out in a boat right now, I'd be puking within minutes. I already know it. Because like if I ride shotgun in a car with somebody, I get sick. Because I'm not in control. Like there's a lot of movement going on, and I don't know when it's coming, and I'm like, oh, and I just get sick. It's just weird. It's a weird thing. That's why the trip to Austin's gonna suck ass.
Nah, yo, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
No, it's gonna be awesome because the trip itself will be awesome, but the car ride is going to suck.
Just because it's so long.
Well, just because I get sick and I won't be the one driving all the time.
Well, you can drive. I don't care.
Or something. Are we going to rent a car?
I figured we'd do something with good gas mileage. I mean, we can take the truck. I don't care.
Nah, let's get something like a Focus.
Something like it's like 40 miles a gallon.
Yeah.
And go to like 100 miles an hour because that's, well, I don't know about going 100 miles an hour.
So, okay, we got a couple minutes. So what are we gonna? What's the plan then? Are we gonna get get a hotel? Are we gonna stay the whole weekend? Is that the whole plan?
Yeah.
We're gonna go all 3 days.
I want to do.
Is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, we'll see what the event is, but I want to go all days. Yeah, probably get there Thursday night before and then leave Monday.
I better start saving now then.
Yeah, no, it'll be a little bit expensive. A little bit of dollars, but the biggest thing
probably get hotel. The hotel we could probably find one for like $80 or $90 a night.
I hope so, yeah. Oh, it's in Austin?
Austin, yeah.
Maybe we can stay like San Antonio. It's
That's
like
an
hour drive.
Yeah, even if we got to drive 45 minutes or so to get there, it's fine.
But
I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I don't need to come out of my hotel room and walk across the street to the event.
Oh, no. Especially because we'll have a car, so we can drive. So.
Exactly.
And then it's Austin, I think. Well, I don't know. They'll figure something out about parking and stuff. But no, I'm excited, man. I think that'll be awesome. Yeah.
Now, I wonder how are there seats like first come, first serve? I know this is a rhetorical question because you don't really know, but are there seats like first come, first serve? Like to get the front row, you actually need to be there like butt crack of dawn, or is it like you actually get a number seat?
I don't think it's a numbered seat, but I don't know. But I would assume it's like first come, first serve. But
I wish I had some way to record the live stream.
What do you mean?
So I can go at the camera and hold up "Skadoodle, will you marry me?" and all this other kind of stuff, and then go back and watch my recording.
Well, there'll be VODs, like Twitch VODs or YouTube and stuff.
There'll be Twitch VODs.
Yeah, so you'll be good.
I'll hold up a sign that says "Skadoodle, sign my nipple," and I'll wear my Cloud9 shirt.
It'll be good. I can't wait, man. I literally forgot about it until you said that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting hyped for it now. It's only 8 months away.
Counter-Strike. You're like more into Counter-Strike than I am, and I didn't remember. Dude, I'm like hooked on this freaking Rocket League shit, man. It's so fast. I
really want to get Rocket League, but
it's so fast and so easy. I can just jump into a match. And it's like 5 minutes, it's over. Another match. 5 minutes, it's over. Another match. I just keep playing it and playing it and playing it. It's like that's the main reason why I don't play a lot of Counter-Strike now is because I sit down. I'm like, man, I really want to play some Counter-Strike, but fuck, it could last an hour on a match.
An hour, yeah.
I'm like, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I enjoy playing it, but like tonight, I want to play some games, but I don't want to sit on Counter-Strike until 2 o'clock in the morning to get up at 6 o'clock to go to work.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll probably just play some Rocket League for like an hour and then go to bed.
Word.
It's just fast and easy.
Yeah.
Jump in and jump out. I do like the update. They came out with an update, and now in order for somebody to leave a ranked match, you have to vote to forfeit, and both or all three, or 2 out of the 3, or
well,
both
people are just gonna go AFK, so you know what I mean.
Not usually though. They leave because they're sitting
just
there.
Get a new game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they're sitting there, they'll just play, I guess.
Yeah, if they're sitting there, you might as well play. Because I hated that junk, dude. Like, I'd be playing, and we go in, they score a goal, and then they score another goal. It's 2-0 or whatever, and then it says, oh, so-and-so left the match, and it's just me versus 2 guys. And I usually end up coming back and winning, but... I mean, dude, I have so many recorded videos, like recorded replays. Like, my best one was I was down 4-0, and I came back and won at 7-4 against 2 guys. I was a semi-pro, and they were both pro.
Yeah, that's gonna be an esport, yo.
Calling Vac, yo.
There's people are talking about tournaments of that game.
Dude, I
Rocket League.
Nah, I swear, like 90% of the matches that I've played. I've been MVP, and then I'm like, man, I'm really good. And then I go watch like videos of like 1v1s that like these pro people that like Twitch stream all the time. The game, I don't even fucking compete, man. It's like they're like going up on the walls and like kicking off and doing flips and kicking the ball in, doing somersaults and shit everywhere. I'm like, what? Crazy good. The big thing that they're really good at that I suck at is dribbling. Like, they can literally get the ball up on the hood of their car and take it the whole way down the freaking field and balance it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I'm like, how the fuck are you doing that? It's impressive, but it's fun though, and it's so addicting.
Nah, it looks fun when I watch like Summit and stuff play it. But
yeah,
it's
a lot of fun.
Controller, man. Soon I'll get a controller.
I wonder how it would play on your racing thing.
Deal. It'd be horrible.
You think so, though?
Yeah, because it's I assume it's just more than turning back and forth. I mean, you got to do like flips and all this cool stuff. It'd be so much easier, and then to do quick turns and stuff with the wheel. I mean, it'd suck.
Yeah, that's true.
Gas pedals and to go forward and backward. It'd just be
definitely though. If you're gonna go out and buy a controller, definitely try to get the Xbox One controller over the 3. The 360 controller's still good.
No, especially because I got Xbox One something or other on Windows, right?
Yeah, it's immediately recognized by it. It uses just a standard micro USB cable, so you don't have to buy like this. Before they said that you had to buy the charge and play kit, which made the controller setup like $80. I was like, damn, I don't want to pay $80 for a controller, but once I learned that my phone micro USB cable worked with it, I was like, fuck it. I told Chris, I was like, buy one. So she bought one, brought it home, and Cameron's using the 360 one.
Is the Xbox One nice?
Yeah, it's mad dope.
Xbox One.
Lights up on the button. I turned off the vibration though. Like, I left the vibration on in the game for the 360 one, but this controller, like the small ones, like when you hit the ball, it makes like a little noise like your phone would make.
Oh,
and the 360 didn't do that, and it drove me nuts, so I disabled it.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it feels so good, dude. The PlayStation controllers feel like shit after holding the Xbox controller for a long time.
Yeah, no, the Xbox controller is so much better than the PlayStation.
God, man,
I agree.
I hate the PlayStation controller now. I hold it, and it feels like I'm getting arthritis.
Yeah. No, that Xbox One or Xbox controller just is natural feeling.
Yeah.
It's like literally I played, like we played Call of Duty and stuff on the PS3, and I sucked so bad.
I suck at it now, dude. Like, Cameron's like, Dad, let's play. He's like, we can do 1v1. He fucking wrecks me.
Yeah.
For like the first couple matches, and then I get it back in.
I was playing on the Xbox controller at my buddy's house. Dude, I was like, I was killing my friends that play, but I mean, I felt like I was doing good. I could aim, the controller, it just felt right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still,
Xbox controller definitely feels better.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I'm gonna get one.
It's like 6 minutes. So, all right.
Yeah, we
as
did
usual.
2 hours, but
damn it, I went the wrong way. Facebook.
See if I do it.
Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, YouTube, all Tektopia
This
TV.
backwards thing with the camera is so annoying.
I know, it's ridiculous. Maybe we should switch sides. I'll put me up top and you on the bottom.
It's just the visual. I mean, because you're mirrored or whatever. So it's
I know,
different.
but if I move us around, it'll be the right way then, right?
No, because we'll think we're pointing the other way, and it will still be backwards.
Oh yeah, true. All right, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Tektopia TV, at Tektopia TV on Twitter. Like and subscribe on YouTube, and please follow us on Twitch,
Facebook, all that stuff. You know.
So yeah, Twitch every Wednesday at 9 p.m. ish.
Usually 9 p.m.
Usually 9 p.m. We're pretty good about that, but
if not, follow the Twitter, and we'll tell you when we're going live, or if there's any technical difficulties.
Twitter. I should probably start pasting it to Twitter as well. I usually only paste it to Google Plus and Facebook. And
okay. Yeah, we'll start.
I got to do Twitter as well. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and adios.